Hey guys, after months of rewriting and revising, I can finally jump the bandwagon and list off every VeggieTales episode in 10 words or less. Now, in case you're not aware with Joe Apocalypse's style of reviews, here's how it works. Each episode would be ranked on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolute garbage and 10 being the cream of the crop, no pun intended, with positive range meaning genuine enjoyment and negative range meaning ironic enjoyment, as in how fun it is to rip on something bad. So without further ado, let's get started. The first episode's about first learning about God. Ironic. The trees are sentient, you can't unsee it now. Apparently, segregation based on hats is a thing. Does anyone else actually prefer the Uncut Bunny song? Dude, I got beaten by a kid with rocks? Worse. Does anyone even acknowledge this toy's alive? Why isn't Larry's workout video a thing? I'd buy it. How do you not know what a fib is? Donald Trump's favorite episode. This could have been avoided if you just bought a land house. The Depressed Larry Show. Don't touch the strangers, kids. Larry is a brony confirmed. Probably the closest thing to a drama this show's gotten. You know, Archibald should really host more episodes. Proof that Chinese food can serve as rap lyrics. The fans of this story are YouTube commenters. Listen to buzzing without visuals. You're welcome. A thousand ways to use science, and you picked that. I honestly don't think you could get better than this. I spoke too soon. You cannot just buy a yodeling compilation video. VeggieTales inadvertently predicts YouTube. Worst evil plan ever. Boy band parody is unironically better than most boy bands. From the writers of Star of Christmas, it's fan fiction sequel. The Ugly Duckling, written by Dr. Seuss. I never thought I needed Gilbert and Sullivan's Rocky, the star of a long line of mediocre veggie content. When did VeggieTales get a My Little Pony villain? This is better than Peter Jackson's Hobbit movies. How? Bob being used as a writing desk. I can't even. This is probably the only episode where Larry Boy does something. 300 warriors against a massive army? Haven't heard that before. How is Archibald a better convincing Tonto than Johnny Depp? It's miraculous that this isn't even the worst Oz crossover. Does anyone even remember this movie? Try explaining the source material to your kids. You can tell there's more valorization than in King George. Did Larry just inspire a Shia LaBeouf stunt? So, Jesus directly inspired Santa Claus. I'm okay with that. As Extreme Makeover reference, this episode's lesson is ironic in every way. Far better than it had any right to be. Star of Christmas or is Easter flavored? Without the surprises. I seriously don't understand the hate behind this. Wow, surprised it took this long to reference Star Wars. Hanoi Junior Day. At least Larry shined. Too bad he got killed off. That's 2 inflation shoots in one episode. Ah! Sorry. Never knew Humpty Dumpty could be so relatable. An overlooked episode that truly belongs in the golden age. Don't they have enough holiday episodes? How to learn a bajillion sci-fi properties in 50 minutes. Will you two just kiss already? Ratatouille, now on Blu-ray. Can we exploit a crappy reboot as much as possible? And that's all of them, until that revival comes into fruition. Now, here are my top and bottom 5 VeggieTales episodes of all time. Number 5 best, Lord of the Beans. This beautifully animated romp tells the story of a young man with the common dilemma between using his powerful entity for themselves or to exploit it to actually help others. And this hilarious antics that paid tribute to the famous J.R.R. Tolkien story that condenses it in a comprehensible way. And that alone is a feat among itself. Number 5 worst, Sweet Pea Beauty. I just thought this was going to be higher on the list. This one's infamous because it honestly feels like a lost episode from the early 90s with this weak storytelling, greasy messages, and cheap animation. I mean, 2010 was the year that gave us How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon of all movies, and this is what you release at the same time? Bad. Number 4 best, Lyle the Kindly Viking.
A musical pop-up book.
Great songs, well-written humor, and 2 storylines that honor their respective source material while making it their own. Also, this honestly feels like it could be playing on Broadway on stage. Seriously, I would pay to see that.
You guys go ahead. We'll catch up.
Sven, you don't have to sing.
But it's a musical.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have to sing every line in a musical. Talking is okay too.
Oh, okay.
Number 4 worst, Veggies and Spades. This is a case where a good concept gets butchered by the actual writing. The 2 main characters are extremely unlikable, even for Bob and Larry. The humor is absolute garbage, like they were just trying to remind the audience of as many movies as possible without actually thinking about whether they fit the situation. It's kinda sad that a 10-minute skit from 20 years before actually did it better. Number 3 best, Esther the Girl Who Became Queen. This one's on the list because I think this one had the most risk going for it. It's more dramatic than the usual veggie flair, there's no countertop or sing-along, and the 3 mascots have little to no role in this story. But somehow, this episode pulled off everything excellently with its exceptional writing and brilliant soundtrack. Seriously, The Battle Is Not Ours is the best non-silly song in this show. Number 3 worst, Robin Hood and His Not So Merry Men. Now, this one's not on the list because of the main story. It's pretty generic and bland, but harmless enough. No, this one's on the worst because of the story that comes before it. One that I would hands down consider the worst standalone story in VeggieTales history. Lenny's Lost Birthday. Man, what an absolute disaster. Weston Jr. basically had the worst day of his entire life for literally no reason is an absolute chore to sit through. And the fact that they tried to make it all up within literally the last 90 seconds is just too little too late. There is literally no redeeming quality to this. Number 2 best, The Star of Christmas. A solid soundtrack and stellar animation is capped up with an outstanding original story about 2 desperate playwrights who find the true meaning of Christmas through hilarious shenanigans. A story so outstanding that they tried to replicate with Easter 10 years later. That went on to be an absolute disaster, but that's another can of worms to open. As for this episode, I think it's one of the best holiday specials in recent memory, not just of VeggieTales. Number 2 worst, The Penniless Princess. Take Lenny's Lost Birthday, stretch it out to double the length, and have the best character of the entire series killed off in the first act, and you got a recipe for a train wreck of an episode. The cast in this story is either stuck-up a-holes or bland and generic. I mean, I know what they're going for to this main character. She's not willing to give up on faith even in the face of persecution by her own caretaker, but there's a difference between a strong female character and basically a machine. Featuring my least favorite silly song, which is literally about 2 girls communicating to each other in text. Because that's not going to be dated before it's even released. Number 1 best, Jonah, a VeggieTales movie. This is the best VeggieTales related thing ever. Why? Because this is a point where it shows that Big Idea put their all into this. The best animation, the best writing, best characters, best soundtrack, the best everything. I honestly don't think they will ever top this up, even if they tried. Number 1 worst, Noah's Ark. This was the very last regular episode VeggieTales has ever released to date, and it's certainly not a good note to end on. This one's the worst episode because just like Jonah was showing the metaphor of the show's golden years, this episode is showing a metaphor for what the show has become. A safe, generic, and inoffensive snooze fest with the worst soundtrack of any of the episodes, unlikable characters, and designed straight out of the Netflix reboot everyone loves. Congratulations, Noah's Ark! You are not only the worst episode of all VeggieTales, but you single-handedly proved that there is no going back in terms of quality and downright infamy. Or so it seemed.